Why do so many of us struggle to be present? Why do so many of us struggle to just sit in stillness, to be present with ourselves, with those around us, or even with something as simple as a beautiful sunset? And instead, we're always looking for distractions, always attached to our phones, always seeking out the next thing to stimulate us. Today, I wanted to share with you some insights that might help you understand this a little bit more. The first reason that comes to mind is that we live in an overstimulating world. As mentioned in a previous video about sensory issues, our modern world is full of so much stimulation. So much of it is visual. So much of it is auditory. There are so many things vying for our attention all at once, and when we are constantly in a state of overstimulation, it becomes very difficult to turn that part of our nervous system off. It's like a muscle that gets used to being worked, and then when we try to rest that muscle, it doesn't know what to do. The second reason is that many of us have a real fear of stillness. We don't know what to do with ourselves when we're not doing something. We don't know what to do with ourselves when we're not constantly moving from one task to another. And again, this is something that is completely normal. It's something that I definitely struggle with. But it's important to note that if you are struggling with this, it's not your fault. A lot of this has to do with our past emotional patterns. Have you ever noticed that when you're watching TV and a scary scene comes on that you tense up in your body, you hold your breath, you might even jump? Well, if you've experienced trauma or even just inconsistent caregiving in your early childhood, you might have learned to stay in a constant state of alertness because in those situations where you are not getting your needs met, where you are not feeling safe and secure, the only way to survive is to be hypervigilant. The only way to survive is to be constantly scanning your environment for any signs of danger so that you can get yourself to safety. And you might not even be aware of this. You might not even realize that this is what you're doing. You might just think, oh, I'm just a bit of an anxious person. But what happens is that when you learn to survive in that state of high anxiety, your brain is going to want to stay in that state even when there is no danger. Your brain is going to want to stay in that state even when you are safe. Because for your brain, the most important thing is to protect you, keep you safe, keep you alive. And so it will do whatever it thinks it needs to do in order to accomplish that. So what does that mean for you? It means that struggling to enjoy your peace, struggling to be present is often a survival response. It's not a character flaw. It's not something that's wrong with you. It's actually something that is telling us that there's a part of you that still feels unsafe, that still feels insecure, that still feels that it needs to be on high alert. And the only way to change that is to work on building your safety and your security in the present moment. I hope that this helps you to understand yourself a little bit better. If you liked this video, please subscribe and check out this next video.